Hi everyone, this is Mohan from paultan.org and we are here today with the 2017 Ducati XDiavel S. Now Ducati is more known for its performance sports bikes. So what is it doing with this bike, a power cruiser? What is a power or sports cruiser? In the case of the XDiavel, this is a bike that wants to be a sports bike, and it really does so. This is borne out by the performance brakes as well as the ground clearance afforded by the foot pegs. Now, Ducati Malaysia is selling the XDiavel at 140,000 ringgit and the XDiavel S, which we have here, at 161,000. Also available is a very extensive collection of accessories from the Ducati Performance catalogue, which includes a thermic noni exhaust, which we have fitted at 14,000 ringgit. In Malaysia, there's no real competition for the XDiavel, except perhaps the Harley-Davidson V-Rod. However, the V-Rod is going out of production this year. Differences between the Diavel and the XDiavel include the missing front intakes, as well as the rather busy front end that was found on the Diavel. It's now all gone. You've got a very simple sculpted LED unit with DRL for a headlight, and the tank itself is now a sculpted unit, which is very, very slim at the back. For the XDiavel, Ducati has lengthened the wheelbase by stretching out the swing arm a little. It's a single-sided swing arm, and gone is the very deep seat pocket from the Diavel. What you have on the XDiavel is a very, very trim bobber-style seat unit with a very, very diminutive rear seat. Now, if you have a pillion who is rather wide in the beam, you might want to look elsewhere in Ducati's catalogue, because our pillion almost fell off. The XDiavel seat is a two-leather affair. You've got this suede cover with four leather. This is different from the base XDiavel, which only gets a single material on the seat. One of the changes that Ducati has made to the XDiavel over the Diavel is the seat height. The XDiavel runs at 765 millimeters, which makes it easy for any rider to get both feet down. Now, with the low seat height, what you get is this foot-forward clamshell-style riding position, somewhat similar to a V-Rod. And the foot-forward controls are adjustable. There are 4 different positions, and we have it set in the rearmost position. Now, if you're rather much taller, you can push the foot pegs forward, and Ducati also offers a set of different handlebar reaches and seats from its catalogue. Now, when Ducati calls the XDiavel a sports cruiser, they are serious about it. On the XDiavel S, you have Brembo M50 monoblocks taken off the 1299 Panigale. The base model XDiavel comes with Brembo M-Force. The tyres themselves are sports rubber from Pirelli, in this case Pirelli Rosso 2s. On the XDiavel S, you get this very, very fetching twin 6-spoke rear wheel, which has machine details and carries a 240 section rear tyre. Other machine details on the XDiavel S include the engine covers, and these details are absent from the base XDiavel. The engine for the XDiavel is taken from the Ducati Multistrada, the Testa Stretta 11. In this case, it puts out 154 horsepower and 126 Nm of torque. And the engine comes with Ducati's Desmodromic variable timing. A first for Ducati on the XDiavel is belt drive, using a Kevlar reinforced belt. Now, why would you use belt drive? For one thing, it's quieter, it's cleaner, and it requires less maintenance. The XDiavel S we reviewed comes with the accessory thermic noni exhaust, and we do warn you, it's really, really loud. And that's the sound of the Ducati XDiavel S with a thermic noni exhaust. Now, this antisocial sound will probably set off car alarms within a 100-foot radius. Suspension on the XDiavel uses upside-down forks in front, which are adjustable for compression and rebound. At the rear is a Sex monoshock unit, which is adjustable for preload. The XDiavel S also comes with 3 launch control modes and 3 ride modes, which you can control from the left handlebar pod. And that's an overview of the technical details of the XDiavel S. Now let's go find out what it's like to ride. The XDiavel S is biased more towards the sports side of things. It does handle a lot like a sports bike, in the sense that it gives the rider a lot of confidence in the handling. Handling on the XDiavel S is pretty damn good. There's a lot of ground clearance on both sides, some 40 degrees worth, which lets you lean the XDiavel a long way over. Heading into corners, handling is, in typical Ducati fashion, razor sharp, but you have to be aware the wheelbase of the XDiavel S is very long, so turn-in requires some thinking forward and some effort at the bars. Once you're in the corner, she goes just fine. And coming out of the corner, you can use the humongous torque from the engine to just rocket out. With 150 ponies on tap, the XDiavel S does not hang around. And the torque from the engine lets the rider shoot forward in any gear. Braking on the XDiavel S with the Brembo M50 monoblocks, what we would call vicious. Despite the bike's 247 kg plus the weight of the rider, it will stop on a dime. The riding position on the XDiavel S is quite reasonable, and there's a certain amount of fore and aft movement in the seat. The seat itself is cut narrow in front, so shorter riders can get a leg down quite easily. Cruising at about 130 kilometers an hour, we felt that the position didn't tire us out too much. But obviously, as speeds go up, with the lack of a windshield, your arms are going to get tired pretty quickly. One of the few things we didn't like on the XDiavel S was the clutch lever effort. It is very heavy, and in traffic, we can imagine your left hand will tire out fairly quickly. The other thing we noticed was a large amount of vibration from the engine, as well as a certain amount of engine heat. And that's the 2017 Ducati XDiavel S. Now at 161,000, who should buy a Ducati XDiavel? Well, if you're looking for a very stylish, good-looking sports cruiser that can keep up with other sports bikes, the XDiavel fits the bill. It's got lots of power, it's got huge torque, and a very, very nice handling package. This is Mohan for poltan.org. Thank you for watching.